Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom from my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just to unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red, it's not one trill. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, you're right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Look at out ball and block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Take it ball up top, finna make a play. I catch a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? So shout out to everybody who's in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me okay and everything looks good on the screen, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking bad or sounding bad, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna shout out everybody who's in the building early. All right. Shout out to my man Carlton Way. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Vincent Harper. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. What's good with you, bro? And shout out to AB Promotions. All right. And shout out to everybody who has not said anything yet. Good to see each and every one of you guys. All right. So we're gonna talk about some things. All right. I'm pretty sure everybody been checking out the markets. My question for everybody is, what do you all think about the price movements? Anybody notice any interesting price movements that might have put a smile on your face today? Let me know what you guys noticed. All right. Another thing that we're going to talk about is the reason, a possible reason why these prices may have moved in these particular directions. Right. Now, if you've been watching the market, then you know what's been moving. Right. Now, why is it moving? What's some potential reasons of causes of these particular market movements? Because there's always reasons behind this stuff, right? So I have some ideas of why these movements might have taken place. All right. And if hopefully we get time, we're going to go over them. All right. Another thing we're going to talk about is Biden's swagger-jacked Dwight Eisenhower wannabe exits farewell speech. How many people saw that? If you guys saw that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not see that, then give me a thumbs down. We're going to talk about that. Biden warns that an oligarchy is forming that threatens U.S. democracy. Well, how does Biden know what's going on my YouTube channel? How does Biden know what's going on my YouTube channel? I'll tell you how. The CIA, National Security Act, right? All of that stuff. Biden warns that an oligarchy is forming that threatens U.S. democracy. Now, when Biden talks about this quote-unquote oligarchy that threatens the United States democracy, what oligarchy is he allegedly talking about? Shout out to Maine. What's good with it, Maine? Shout out to Maine. Maine said, I walked past Biden spewing nonsense. I hope you had a high-quality poncho on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hope you had a high-quality poncho. Now, this article from Reuters is giving me a hard time. You know what I'm saying? This article from Reuters is giving me a hard time. It's all good, though. It's all good, though. Shout out to Free Thinker Mod Extraordinaire. Make sure you guys follow Black Free Thinkers instructions. All right. Yeah, shout out to Carlton. Carlton said Biden's talking about the crypto bros. I wish he was talking about us. He is talking about some crypto bros, but he ain't talking about us. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the quote unquote alleged the alleged legacy threats to democracy, right? He ain't talking about us because we nickel and diamond. We 0.01 in out here, you know what I'm saying, of a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about us. Biden warns in farewell address that oligarchy of ultra rich in the U.S. threatens the future of democracy. Now, how come Biden didn't warn us about it when it was the oligarchy that sided with him that threatened the future of the U.S.? Speaking from the Oval Office, Biden sounded the alarm over an oligarchy that he said, quote unquote, is taking shape in America. I'd say that there's already some oligarchies that have taken shape in America, right? And we know that an oligarchy is taking shape in America. We know exactly what he's talking about, right? The oligarchy that Joe Biden is talking about that's forming in the United States is the very oligarchy that's forming that we're trying to siphon value from. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. President Joe Biden used his farewell address to the nation Wednesday to deliver stark warnings of an oligarchy of the extra wealthy taking root in the country and of a tech industrial complex, swagger-jacking Dwight Eisenhower, infringing on America's rights in the future of democracy. What about, I would say that tech industrial complex was utilized by Joe Biden to do the very thing that he's warning about. Didn't they utilize the tech industrial complex to spread particular misinformation and suppress certain stories during the election? Did that not happen? Shout Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way said on the other side of Martin Luther King Boulevard, we'll be considered the oligarchs. Facts. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Shout out to Maine. Maine said, well, I don't mind an oligarchy I can get rich off. The democracy sucks. The police harass 11-year-old kids. Facts. Super facts. Speaking from the Oval Office as he prepares to hand over power Monday to President-elect Donald Trump, Biden seized what is likely to be his final opportunity to address the country before he departs the White House to spotlight the accumulation of power and wealth in the United States amongst just a small few. Why did it take him 4 years to, quote unquote, warn us about this if this is such a high priority threat? Probably the same reason it took them so long to act on the border, because they're incompetent. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth. You can take a look at the markets and see where that's coming from. The power and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead, Biden said, drawing attention to a dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a few ultra-wealthy people. Dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. Here's my question. As of right now, these particular individuals that he's talking about, what abuses of power have they done? Some would go as far as to say that some of these individuals who are taking place as part of this new oligarchy have been the victims of the predecessor oligarchy. Wasn't Ripple a victim of the current oligarchy that threatens democracy? Hasn't the entire cryptocurrency industry been held back from its maximum potential by the current oligarchy? So I guess the public needs a warning when it's no longer benefiting the benefactor in terms of Biden and his quote unquote public service address. Right? Invoking President Dwight Eisenhower's warnings about the military-industrial complex when he left office in 1961, Biden added, I'm equally concerned about the potential rise of a tech industrial complex that could pose real dangers to our country as well. Why are you're not worried about danger? Biden has done nothing during his presidency to validate him stating that he has concerns with quote unquote dangers. Let me ask you guys this question. Can anybody name 5 dangers that the United States faced during the Biden administration that Joe Biden failed to address? Let me know in the comment section. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Let me ask you guys this question. Only oligarchs can have a son that's guilty of a bunch of felonies, the son be found guilty, not do any jail time, and get a presidential dismissal. That's quote unquote oligarch-like benefits. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Biden used his 15-minute address to offer a model for a peaceful transition of power without mentioning Trump by name, raised concerns about his successor. It marked a striking admonition by Biden, who is departing the national stage after more than 50 years in the public life, as he has struggled to define his legacy against the return of Trump to the Oval Office. The president warned Americans to be on guard for their freedoms and their institutions during a turbulent era of rapid technological and economic change. You already know what's coming. You already know what's coming. You guys remember that non-political political issue called cryptocurrency? His speech in the Oval Office is the latest in a series of remarks on domestic policy and foreign relations that were intended to cement his legacy and reshape America's grim views on his term. Earlier in the day, he heralded a long-awaited ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, which could end more than a year of bloodshed in the Middle East. It'll take time to feel the impact of what we've done together, but the seeds are planted and they'll grow and they'll bloom for decades to come, Biden said, tately acknowledging that many Americans say they have yet to feel the impact of his trillions of dollars in domestic initiatives. Let me ask you guys this question. Have you all felt any of the benefits of Joe Biden's quote unquote domestic initiatives? Yeah, facts. Shout out to Carlton. If you guys agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Vovo. What's good with it, Vovo? Carlton says Biden is telling us the next Democrat president is coming for crypto's ass because the crypto bros made him lose. Facts. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, I'd rather have the crypto bros as the ruling elites than the pronoun bros. Are they even bros, or is that hate speech if we talk about them in terms of that? Shout out to AB Promotions. Yeah, AB Promotions. You remember Putin's price hikes? Putin's pump prices? You know what I'm saying? Biden sounded the alarm about oligarchy as some of the world's richest individuals and titans of its technology have flocked to Trump's side in recent months, particularly after his November victory. And that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. If you ask me, when it comes to the oligarchy, especially a lot of the quote unquote oligarchs on the cryptocurrency side, it's arguable that cryptocurrency people were forced to that side. What are you supposed to do when the current administrations just continue hammering you with seamless SEC filings and stop you from your growth? Ripple is actually going to support a Biden or a Democrat presidency? Seriously? It's just random that Ripple is sided with Trump. Really? Just random? Sounds about as accurate as the outrage economy on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Telling half truths. You know what I'm saying? To play the violin on people's nervous system. You know what I'm saying? Biden sounded the alarm about oligarchy as some of the world's richest individuals and titans of its technology have flocked to Trump's side in recent months, particularly after his November victory. Billionaire Elon Musk spent more than $100 million on helping Trump get elected, and executives like Meta's Mark Zuckerberg and Amazon's Jeff Bezos have donated to Trump's inaugural committee and made pilgrimages to Trump's private club in Florida for audiences with the president-elect. Now, when the Washington Post, you know what I'm saying, and the New York Times was writing all them articles, the pro-Biden articles, they sure weren't saying any of this kind of stuff about Jeff Bezos, were they? But it's very interesting how these narratives change. You know what I'm saying? While Biden criticized social media companies for retreating from fact-checking platforms, Trump's incoming communications director and press secretary were sharing posts on X, formerly Twitter, that falsely claimed it was a pre-recorded speech. What about Biden criticizing social media companies for suppressing the story about his son? Did he criticize them for that? If anybody can find any information about Biden critiquing Facebook and Twitter for suppressing the story about Hunter Biden, please make sure that you guys send it to me. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. All right. So, you know, this is what we usually see. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's surprised about this. This is all fake outrage. Right? If you guys would agree this is fake outrage, give me a thumbs up. If y'all would disagree, give me a thumbs down. While Biden criticized social media companies for retreating from fact-checking on their platforms, Trump's incoming communications director and press secretary were sharing posts on X, formerly Twitter, that falsely claimed it was a pre-recorded speech. The incumbent president has blamed his poor standing among public on misinformation on social media and the challenges that he has faced reaching voters in the disaggregated modern media ecosystem. Well, the actual problem is that the Democrats were behind the ball. The Democrats thought they had it easy, and the Democrats failed to do any work or any research. They ass-betted and rolled snake eyes. That's what happened. None of this stuff that Biden is saying is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Biden isn't leaving the White House in the way that he hoped. He tried to run for re-election, brushing aside voter concerns that he would be 86 years old at the end of the second term. But after stumbling in a debate with Republican Trump, Biden dropped out of the race under pressure from his own party. And his own party wouldn't support him. So why did anybody think that anybody would support that party? Is beyond me. You know what I'm saying? And Vice President Kamala Harris became the Democratic nominee. And we saw that was a disaster. The speech Wednesday night capped not Biden's presidency, but his 5 decades in politics. He was once the country's youngest senator at age 30 after being elected to represent his home state of Delaware in 1972. Biden pursued the presidency in 1988 and 2008 before becoming Barack Obama's vice president. After serving 2 terms, Biden was considered to be retired from politics, but he returned to center stage as the unlikely Democratic nominee in 2020, successfully ousting Trump from the White House. As he highlighted his own commitment to ensuring a peaceful transition of power, including holding briefings with Trump's team and coordinating with the incoming administration on the Middle East negotiations, Biden also called for a constitutional amendment to end immunity for sitting presidents. And he should also call for ending immunity and pardons to presidents' immediate families. You see the hypocrisy? Yeah, shout out to AB. He straight ass betted and lost. Biden is leaving the presidential office with a shit streak for a legacy. His legacy is a skid mark. You know what I'm saying? And people are trying to sit there and question your integrity if you do or don't vote for these people. You know what I'm saying? I would think a lot less of somebody that decided to vote for a shit streak, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Court ruling last year granted Trump sweeping protections from criminal liability over his role in trying to overturn his 2020 defeat to Biden. All right. Biden spoke from the Resolute desk, photos of his family visible behind him in the Oval Office. Was there a mugshot of Hunter there? First Lady Jill Biden, his son Hunter, no mugshot, I guess, and some of his grandchildren, Harris and her husband, Doug Imhoff, sat watching. As Biden spoke about Harris, saying she'd become like family, the First Lady reached over and grabbed her hand. So she reached over and grabbed her hand. I'm saying she reached over and grabbed her own hand, I guess. That's what happened. That was the highlight. She reached over and put one hand on top of the other. Sounds like a hell of a speech. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you guys this question. How many people have heard about what is going on with the company Tether? Don't check the hairline. Check the trend line. You know what I'm saying? Don't check the hairline on this tether. Check the trend lines on this tether. Now, my question is, what's going on with Tether? Tether doing what tethers do, I guess. Tether's doing what tethers do, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because of the environment in the United States, couldn't get it popping in the United States, so they took their talents to El Salvador, where there's a bunch of Bitcoin, and El Salvador welcomes Tether to be the headquarters. El Salvador welcomes Tether for Tether to make it the home of its headquarters. Tether moves its headquarters to El Salvador. The US dollar Tether stablecoin company has acquired a digital asset service provider license, marking a big step in El Salvador's push to become a crypto innovation hub. Pretty interesting. Now, this ain't something that you will hear about on the Twitter space, but you see it's a post on Twitter about it, though. Right? Just saying. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this little video that Yahoo Finance put out. All right. And according to Yahoo Finance, quote unquote, everything is aligned for Bitcoin. All right. Shout out to Maine. Maine said, so is Tariq going to talk about it? Man, yeah, right. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He can talk about, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard Tariq talk about cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? How many have you guys ever heard, quote unquote, Tariq talk about cryptocurrency? If you guys have heard Tariq talk about cryptocurrency, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I don't know if the Tether was from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, we get a little bit of content about it. But, you know what I'm saying, for one, this Tether, quote unquote, isn't black. You know what I'm saying? And for two, you know what I'm saying, this Tether is a multi-billion-dollar company, you know what I'm saying, that is involved in an industry that's considered taboo. You know what I'm saying? Taboo. You know what I'm saying? Amongst a bunch of people. So I highly doubt it. But highly doubt it isn't indicative of absolute. So maybe we'll get a surprise. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll get a surprise. I guess people will have to just comb these YouTube streets and put on your N95 mask so you don't breathe in any nonsense and find out.
Bitcoin currently trading over $98,000 following this morning's CPI print, which comes amid a positive correlation between Bitcoin and stocks in recent months. That's one of the themes that Yahoo Finance has been focusing on this week. We want to bring in Mike Belshi. He's Bitco's CEO. And Mike, when you take a look at the price action, the volatility surrounding Bitcoin, questions about what it's going to take in order to sustain that momentum and movement here above the $100,000 threshold, what do you think?
Well, everything is aligned to do well. The markets move when they move. I know people get excited about, hey, it's going to hit under here, it's going to take off there. I think we're extremely well positioned given the regulatory changes, given the adoption that's been going on. So I wish I could give you an exact date when everything kind of is unimpeded to go forward. But in general, the industry is anticipating that this is going to be a good time for Bitcoin.
Well, one of the things that the industry is anticipating is more favorability among some of the incoming regime that's been selected. And specifically, as we think about the SEC chair position, outgoing SEC chair, I should say, Gary Gensler spoke to Yahoo Finance about his time in the position. And he also offered some words of caution for crypto investors. I want to play this clip and get your reaction on the other side.
You need fundamentals ultimately. Momentum can only carry you so far. And so I think for any investor listening, you really want to think through this. You have to question, what is their true use case? What is their value proposition?
So how do you anticipate that things will shift under Paul Atkins?
Well, look, okay, for one, Gary Gensler has, for some reason, decided to take a war against crypto. I don't know if you saw the case, the Coinbase case where the judge came out yesterday, day before yesterday, I guess now, scathing in the SEC's handling of that case, clearly holding back the industry for no good reason. Mr. Gensler wants to talk about use cases. Bitcoin is the strongest use case. It's a store of value, unlike any other. It's a monetary system, which.
Now, I think it's interesting, right? Do you all notice that when it comes to the news, the mainstream media, and the stuff that they're saying, how they're talking about Bitcoin, they saying the same thing like as everybody else, and they're not really giving any new news or any new insights about it. It's kind of annoying, actually. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. My man Lloyd Sky 9 in the building, funding the organization, big crypto baller, man. Shout out to my man Lloyd Sky 9. Make sure y'all show Lloyd Sky 9 some love. All right. What do we do? We did maybe 10 teal. Right, so 10. So yellow is 2 teal. So we 8 out of 10 on the gold. So throw some targets in the chat. We 8 out of 10 on the gold. That's what's good. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. Lloyd Sky 9 says, unfortunately, Tariq is focused solely on a vibration-based reparations movement that relies on Majora and not crypto. Crypto would get us reparations and then some. By the way, hey, you gotta be careful around these parts saying stuff like that, bro. You gotta be careful saying stuff on here like that. People would tell you in your profile picture, put your head closer to the camera so we can see where your forehead come from, where your hairline come from. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful how you talk about stuff in the YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? You get a target on your hairline, bro. You see what they did to Moxie Approved. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man Moxie Approved. You know what I'm saying? You see what they did to my man Moxie Approved out here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got your back, bro. You know what I'm saying? But they out there. You know what I'm saying? They out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Oh shit. Hold on real quick. Make sure y'all show Lloyd Sky 9 some love. Hold on real quick. What's going on with StreamYards? Okay, there we go. Make sure y'all show Lloyd Sky 9 some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Lloyd Sky 9 for funding the organization, right? And for buying lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
In Springfield,
it up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. They said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there. It's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took when at? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they keep the cat back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Maine. Maine said they consider Moxie a tether. Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. Moxie is Moxie is undoubtedly Black American. Undoubtedly, unmistakably, undoubtedly Black American. Now, and I'm not surprised that a bunch of people who didn't know that, quote unquote, non-Black Americans were, quote unquote, non-Black Americans and got tricked, quote unquote, couldn't identify Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you walked in somebody's house and it was smelling like a hot pot of plantains and you couldn't tell that you ain't never smelled that in your house before? That's on you. Like Mobb Deep said, hesitate or regulate, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? You walk in your house and somebody's grandma sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, with a bright colored hair wrap on, and she's speaking in a language that you don't understand, and the parents got an accent, and don't nobody in your family talk like that. You ain't got common sense enough to know that there's a little bit of a cultural difference there. Again, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. Noriega say his name, Victor Santiago, in a rap song, and people don't know that, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on in hip hop that's not really being talked about. You know what I'm saying? People don't know that rappers like Lloyd Banks is Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. Shout out to Patrick. What's good with it, bro? Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrick Tyler. Patrick Tyler says, who is they? You can't apply crazy shit, some people say, to all of us. I don't think I did. Who did I apply crazy stuff to? I'm talking about the people that called Moxie Approved a tether. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I'm saying, I don't appreciate, because Moxie Approved is my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why Moxie Approved, they was calling him a tether in his live stream, is because he disagreed with something that the popular narratives on YouTube say. No one has to agree with everything that people say on YouTube. No one has to agree with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with all that shit they say on YouTube. And then when the arguments get pointed out, this is an unfair argument. This is an unfair assessment. It's nothing unfair about it. Everybody likes to do the trolling and all that until they get trolled. And then when they get trolled, then it's, oh, you know what I'm saying? We got to dial it back a little bit. We got to dial it back a little bit. We don't have to dial shit back. When they say dial it back, that's when it's time to turn it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? This is all of this stuff, every single thing that's going on right now. This is what people spent their time and investment in creating. So people got to be happy with their creation. You know what I'm saying? They got to be happy with their creation. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with crypto over here. You feel me? If you fuck with crypto, throw the rockets in the chat. We're going to continue fucking with crypto. We don't care who has a problem with it and why. Especially if it's not a reason based in fact. You know what I'm saying? And most of the reasons that people have a problem with crypto are not based in fact. It's based in the same thing that it's always based in. Somebody said something and everybody's supposed to fall in line because that person said it. And if they don't fall in line with what the individual said, then somehow everybody must be off code, or the people who disagree with the individual must be off code. It is what it is. There's people over here, we're not shame sensitive. So none of that nonsense works. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AB Promotions. Yeah. AB Promotion says, anytime you don't follow the crowd, you're an automatic tether. Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Super fact. Shout out to Maine. Make sure y'all show Maine some love. I appreciate you, Maine. And good to have you back too, by the way. You see how, you know what I'm saying, dressed you up a little bit with a wrench. You know what I'm saying? The wrench, you look good with the wrench. You look good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maine. Make sure y'all show Maine some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Maine for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Definitely appreciate you. Shout out to Patrick. What's not true, bro? There's people that's in this stream right now that literally saw all them people in Moxie Approved's live stream attack him and call him a tether because he disagreed with a particular issue that everybody decided to not really say too much stuff about. We all saw this. What's not true? What have I said that's not true? You want to go down the list of the people that said that Bitcoin is a scam? Is that true? Is that false? People said, crypto is a non-political election, and you know what I'm saying, people that are talking about crypto are just doing it to try to quote unquote distract people. I don't know what I'm distracting people from except for trying to put some extra coin in your wallet. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Shout out to John. Shout out to Maine. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. Shout out to y'all, man. Hit the targets. I think we already hit the goal. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all show John some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John. John said, bro, people truly don't know how rich we about to be. The lift will lead many to their doom. I'll be a crackhead then with my crypto million. I would do the crib walk all the way to the bank. So let's eat, bro. Facts. Make sure y'all show John some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John for funding the organization and for buying us lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
In Springfield,
Push me, ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
eat the cat.
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is coughing up like a hairball.
Eat the cat.
I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter.
Eating the dog.
Usually I'm content, but anybody know where he took with that? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they
Eat the cat.
got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
Eat the cat.
Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
My question is, out of anything that's on the Bitcoin white paper, what's inconsistent with financial empowerment? If you read the Bitcoin white paper, what elements of the Bitcoin white paper go against the ideas of financial empowerment and self-empowerment? Somebody tell me the anti-empowerment narratives that are encased or encoded in the Bitcoin idea or the Bitcoin standard. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know.
Is frankly a hedge against the dollar because, the government here has had a really hard time containing costs. And while we're all optimistic that the new administration may be able to really severely, trim its spending with the Doge efforts, I think it's an exciting time for sure. It's unclear if they can really bring the machine into a taming mode where they can bring the spending materially down. And, Bitcoin is a monetary system where it's a fixed supply. So you just don't have to worry about somebody deciding to spend the money, create a bunch of extra supply that wasn't anticipated.
AB promotions, you know what I'm saying? AB promo. I'm about to do it just like how you do your videos, bro. AB promotions. I'm a tether, trying not to prevent being part of 2058. Give me the 50 cent drop. And by the way, 50 Cent said he drilled your mama on a good night and she liked it. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate it.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Oh, man, that's hilarious, man. Shout out to AB, man. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Maine. That's facts. Maine said they talk about us buying stuff with reparations money because in reality, they spend like that. Yeah. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You know what's interesting? They never talk about the black person with 2 job statistics. They don't talk about that because a lot of black people have 2 jobs to try to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about that though. They do the pick and choose moves. We could pick and choose, you know what I'm saying? We could pick and choose. We could talk about familicide, you know what I'm saying, a couple of times here or there, but then they won't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's something wrong with that. It's not American to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So again, the question that I need answered is, where's the anti-financial empowerment sections or bullet points in the Bitcoin thing, in the Bitcoin white paper? Where is it at? If everybody cares so much about Bitcoin, everybody cares so much about cryptocurrency, why when the anti-cryptocurrency people say something negative about cryptocurrency, instead of saying it directly to them, people come to my chat and tell me about cryptocurrency and financing and saving and all of this other stuff, when we already got our own program and our own thing going on over here? When people subliminally tell me their gripes that they have with the people that they worship, issues with cryptocurrency, telling me is not going to do anything about it. I don't have any conversations with those people. I don't know those people. I don't have a direct line to those people. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I can do about it. And nothing I really care to do about it. It's not my, you know what I'm saying? Those people can talk about it and believe whatever they want to. I'm not the YouTube. Now, those people may think that they're the YouTube police. They're the ones going all over internet, calling everybody tethers and all in Moxie approved streams, calling people tethers and all this shit. But I don't do that. We don't do that. We don't police YouTube. We watch the market. We ain't got time to YouTube police. YouTube already got a police department. It's called the YouTube guidelines. You know what I'm saying? We watch the market. We policing the market. You know what I'm saying?
Mike, I guess how much of the optimism, just from your view, for the incoming Trump administration, what we're expecting on a regulatory front, what we're expecting just in terms of Bitcoin strategic reserve and some of those other ideas that have been floated from the incoming administration, how much of that has been priced in, at least in the short term? And if not, what kind of growth could that potentially unlock here for the sector?
Yeah.
We've had 4 years of unprecedented, anger.
Shout out to Black Free Thinker, right? Black Free Thinker said, Maine is right. $250,000 per year are living paycheck to paycheck. Do you guys remember when we did the streams about that and we looked at all the different articles that talked about the quote unquote working poor, the quote unquote middle class poor? They did studies about that. Yeah, and that's a fact. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick said, I didn't say it would because the issue is low wages as to why savings isn't high. What didn't say, wait, hold on. I don't know. Didn't say it would what? I don't know what you're talking about. Give me reset me, bro. Tell me you didn't say what. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anger against our industry from regulators that have not been acting like regulators. So what's a regulator do? A regulator has a list of rules which are set up based on a set of legislation, and they're supposed to evenly handle those regulations against all types of potential licensees. And they're supposed to say, did you do A? Did you do B? Did you do C? And
Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, plot twist, Satoshi was black and created Bitcoin to help us circumvent this permanent underclass situation. I think I missed the alley-oop, bro. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. You were responding to somebody else. Okay, my bad.
You need to work a little bit more on C, and let's help you figure that out. And the regulatory system hasn't been doing that. And it's not just the SEC, it's the OCC, it's the FDIC. And this is now documented and very clear. So that's 4 years of pent-up demand for an asset class, which, of course, just a year ago had the hottest ETF, the Bitcoin ETF, in the history of ETFs, demonstrating that there is...
Now, remember, never forget, Donald Trump said that Bitcoin was a scam. And he's not the only person that said that Bitcoin was a scam, but he turned it around and repackaged his ideas about Bitcoin. He turned it around and he repackaged his ideas about Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? But other people are still saying that it's a scam. So my thing is, if claims are being made, shouldn't the claims be tested? Shouldn't the claims be validated? So let's ask the question, is Bitcoin a scam? If Bitcoin is a scam, give me a thumbs up. If Bitcoin is not a scam, then give me a thumbs down.
massive demand institutionally for these types of products. We're going to continue to see that globally as well. Now what gets to happen is all these businesses come in, they can start to build quickly and easily. They can get the regulatory licenses that they need. And in spite of what some of the naysayers need say about crypto, actually this is some of the best law enforcement that we have of any asset class, because it is on a blockchain, because there is more digital capabilities. So this is going to be the safest asset classes that we have. And now we're unimpeded. We can move forward.
Mike, when we think about the strategic Bitcoin reserve, that's certainly gotten a lot of the discussion.
Now, here goes my question. How many people have heard about the updates with the strategic Bitcoin reserve? Because believe it or not, there's some updates with the strategic Bitcoin reserve, and there's some updates that I think that you guys might be really happy to hear about. And I got to agree with Maine 100%. The dollar is a scam. It's a big scam. And honestly, if you actually think about it, the dollar may or may not be a scam. I would be more likely to say that the people who use it to scam people. But at the end of the day, regardless, the problem with the dollar and the problem with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's not perfect and there's problems with it. The problem is the people. It's shaping. It's where we are with Bitcoin is shaping up to have the same or a similar type of situation that we have with the dollar. And the reason why is because nobody did anything with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was affordable for a very long time, and nobody did anything with it. They were led away from it. John crazy. Shout out to Lois Got 9. Lois Got 9 said XRP, Solana, and others may become reserves. Facts. How many? If you guys heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not hear about that, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to John Guillory. Make sure you guys show John Guillory some love. I appreciate you, bro. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for John Guillory. John said, "Newsflash, I am Satoshi, and all you pro-black coons have failed the test." Oh, man. Oh, man. We got Satoshi in our chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Satoshi.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
They about to be mad, bro. They about to be like this, all on it.
You cheated! I'm going to tell on you!
Appreciate you, bro, funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Somebody is going to come out with that. Dane Calloway going to come out with the whole series. You know what I'm saying? About Satoshi being a you know what I'm saying, one of them black samurai. You know what I'm saying?
And on the campaign trail, and now it's going to kind of turn.
He's going to come out with a good conspiracy theory about it, too. He's going to say, back in them days, Raekwon and Ghostface and the RZA wouldn't let him on the mic, so he spent most of his time, instead of writing 16 bars, you know what I'm saying, he would write 21 sats. You know what I'm saying? He would write 21 sats, and it was 21 ideas about the financial system that eventually evolved, you know what I'm saying, into a digital currency, as it was adopted by groups of different computer programmers and computer engineers. And, here we are. Bitcoin really came from the Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Then Hip Hop Cartoon's going to come out with the Neely Fuller Jr. video about that bullshit. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Make sure y'all show Black Free Thinker some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat. Black Free Thinker said, coming soon. I can't eat. Facts. This is about to be 2025.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Damn, they're going to be looking at their check account negative.
Again!
Shout out to Black Free Thinker for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate it, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Oh, man, people going to be in the line at the gas station. Yo, let me get 5 on pump 2. Declined. What?
Again!
Oh, man.
Turn into a show me story here from many of the holders or holders out there. I mean, I certainly didn't have Scottie Pippen tweeting about this strategic Bitcoin reserve on my 2025 bingo card. I didn't have Satoshi Nakamoto visiting him in a dream in my 2024 bingo card either. But all these things.
Scottie Pippen says Satoshi Scottie Pippen says Satoshi visited him in a dream. I think, yeah. How many people heard about that? If you guys heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't, give me a thumbs up. This is true. I'm not making this up. Scottie Pippen did say that.
Things considered, it's now going to have to come to fruition at the end of the day. How do you see this taking shape?
Well, I disagree that it has to come to fruition. I know there's some excitement about it, but I think actually, if there's one guy that doesn't need a Bitcoin strategic reserve, it's the U.S. Treasury. I mean, I'm a little bit counter on this one. Look, the benefit of being the world's reserve currency, and now I'm going to talk for the dollar here a second, is it's an incredibly strong and stable currency relative to other fiat currencies. It's not as good as Bitcoin in terms of retaining value over time, but relative to other fiats, it is. So who would want a strategic reserve? Actually, I don't think the U.S. government needs one because the U.S. actually is the reserve currency and should focus on maintaining that capability. Other countries already have started using the dollar as a reserve years ago. El Salvador is one of them. Panama is one of them. They fixed their currency to the dollar because that was a better reserve for them. They should consider Bitcoin reserves and fix it to the Bitcoin instead of the dollar because that would be a better reserve for them. So look, I think there's too much optimism about a Bitcoin reserve generally, but I don't think that's going to matter. And
Carl just said, really? Yeah, bro. I think he tweeted about it. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Satoshi visited Scottie Pippen in a dream and said, get rid of that female. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that slur that you're with. You know what I'm saying? And get with Bitcoin. That's what it said to him. I hope he did it. You know what I'm saying? That woman's value depreciates. Bitcoin's appreciates. Look, now you know we come with the facts. Right? Hey, y'all know we come. Oh man, hold on. Did it pull up yet? What the hell going on? There we go. There we go. Yeah. Put that shit on the stage right there. There we go. Look at that. Scottie Pippen and $66 billion rich fiance mogul's bizarre connection reunites after 2 months. Hold on real quick. This ain't the right one. I don't know what the hell what they talking about right here. Other than the $66 billion worth pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, approved it. Pippen's latest dream feels more like an epiphany than a mere discovery, with one special revelation. Scottie Pippen had another interesting dream. In recent years, the 6-time NBA champion had been candidly sharing his dreams with his fans. Just a few months ago, he claimed that his decision to tokenize the Game 5 ball from the 1991 finals was a good one, and none other than the $66 billion worth pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, approved it. All right. So, you know, he's been talking about Satoshi been popping up in his dreams and shit. I think it might be them expensive drugs that they, you know what I'm saying, the celebrities be getting, but maybe it might be Satoshi. Maybe Satoshi them digitized himself. He's just popping up in people's thoughts and shit. You know what I'm saying? He saw Satoshi discussing how he would take over everything in the future. This name is said to be behind the development of Bitcoin and its creation. He claimed that he met Satoshi Nakamoto in his dreams, and that too during the 1996 finals. Satoshi Nakamoto visited me in another dream last night. It was during the time when I first met him at the 1996 finals versus the Supersonics. He was a fan of the Bulls. We talked about changing the game on court and on life. You know what I'm saying? Pippen said, yeah, I'm going to change up my defense and my offense a little bit. Satoshi said, I'm going to change the whole financial system of the world. Never realized he was serious about both. Hashtag Bitcoin. Scottie Pippen wrote on X. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. You know, if that's true, that's great. If it's not true, just go get yourself a CT scan of your head just to make sure everything is working properly up there. Because I like Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? I like Scottie Pippen. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. What's good with it, Brooklyn Queen? Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Mod extraordinaire. Make sure y'all do what she say. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. So hold on, we're gonna verify with another source. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said Pippen on them good drugs. Yeah, he on that good shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ain't on no $20 a bag drugs. You don't get those ain't $20 a bag effects. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, but when it comes to drugs though, really cheap drugs and really expensive drugs have oddly similar effects. You know what I'm saying? It's very weird. You know what I'm saying? It's very weird. Oddly cheap drugs are life-changingly and dangerously potent, just like expensive designer drugs. But like medium range drugs, they don't do too much. You may as well just be getting you a shot at the bar. You know what I'm saying? NBA legend Scottie Pippen says Bitcoin whale Satoshi spoke to him in a dream, saying the price would hit $84,000. Now, when did this happen? When is this article from? This article is from November 23rd of 2024. It's crazy when you say years like 2024, it doesn't even sound like that. It doesn't even seem like that's the past. You know what I'm saying? It don't even seem like that's the past. It seems like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like it's the future, but it's the past. It's how fast time is going, except for when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, us getting towards the end of the year. So I swear it seems like this is the longest January that I've ever experienced in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's the longest. Is this the longest January that you guys have ever experienced in your life? It seems like, I swear it seems like it is.
Completely disagree with the statement that like we're somehow pegged to either we have a Bitcoin reserve or the Bitcoin price can't go up. I mean, I just don't see that.
So do you think there is a downside risk if we don't see then the reserve that's been campaigned on and been talked about and to some extent has been factored into the price action that we've seen to this point?
I don't think there's been any promises of a Bitcoin reserve. I think there's been people that don't really understand what reserves are getting excited about having Bitcoin as a reserve. But when you really think about it, what does that mean? Sure, I guess I'd love to have the government buy some of this scarce asset, but whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know.
Now, the government doesn't necessarily have to buy any of it. They already have some. They just don't sell what they have. Now, they did say that they had a goal of wanting to get 1 million Bitcoin, which is not very likely. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have to do something about that, right? But as far as to have a quote unquote strategic Bitcoin reserve, they, for the most part, if they just don't sell, they already got one, right? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Make sure you guys throw some targets in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Throw some flames in the chat. Shout out to y'all, man. We already over gold. That's what's up. I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I was catching up on yesterday's replay and missed the notification. Supporting the organization. I am really enjoying the call-in streams. Yo, we enjoy having you up and having the insights. You know what I'm saying? Definitely are very happy to have you on the team. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you and thank you for everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate you.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
Definitely appreciate you. And yeah, we're gonna definitely do some more call-in streams. You know what I'm saying? I want to say like we'll say maybe like I don't quote me, maybe for sure Friday, and I'm gonna try to do 2. I'm gonna try to do a daytime one, and I'm gonna try to do a late night one too. If it's not Friday, it's one day during the week where I got time where I'll be able to do a call in, and I'll let y'all know in the Discord for sure when it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get it all set up. You know what I'm saying? The reason why it be taking me so long to get the call in streams is because I don't be having the time, and I know that I don't be wanting to cut anybody off, and I know that the call in streams they're gonna be real good. But they're gonna be y'all be making fun of me because of how long the streams are. So when I add y'all on them bad boys, you know what I'm saying, it'd be a whole shift at work. But it'd be good information, good conversation, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of good value building. So I know it's gonna be a long time. So I want to make sure that I got a good block of time where everybody can get out what they need to get out or what they want to get out and have the discussions that they want during that time frame. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a good long block of time where we be able to have a good call in. You know what I'm saying? And then, we'll do the next one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I already owe y'all some. Y'all just bought another one. You know what I'm saying? So, you got more call-ins coming.
In terms of Bitcoin's ability to move forward, look, it's global adoption to some degree. Go back to what Gary Gensler just said, right? It's about having use cases that people want and continue to use. If that continues to happen, of course, it's unimpeded for the price action of Bitcoin on the go forward.
All right. So yeah, so there's that. All right. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look. We are going to take a look at Ripple. Now, you know, shout out to Ripple. Shout out to TD, right? I was actually talking to TD on the phone about this. If you had bought Ripple yesterday at like 3 o'clock and you still have it today at 2:40 p.m. Eastern time, you'd have made a 10% gain, which is insane because we're talking about large gains within minutes. This is ridiculous. If you ask me, it's arguable Ripple has the potential to be the asset of 2025. Ripple will be the asset that makes mad people rich. And if it doesn't make you rich, depending on what you do with it, put a couple dollars in your pocket, could definitely significantly improve your financial standing, or could definitely improve your portfolio diversity, or whatever you choose to do. Whatever you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? The world is yours. Look at that chart. Look at them green candles at the end. Look at them beautiful green candles. Latest XRP breaks $3.30, surging closer to all-time highs. Now, shout out to everybody, right? How many people got the phone alerts when Ripple start going wild like this? If you started getting alerts on your phone, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you did not get the alerts in your phone, give me a thumbs down. Isn't that a great idea? Isn't that a great idea? Now, what caused this? What caused this Ripple price action? Shout out to Kareem. What's good with you, bro? Anybody have any idea what caused the Ripple price action? We're going to talk about some of the things that could have potentially caused the Ripple price action. All right. Now, you know, I believe that one of the things that has caused the Ripple price action, one of the things that caused the Ripple price action is the fact that Ripple has been in a state of suspended animation. So, you know, you guys know like Han Solo, right? On Star Wars, how they put him in the what is that? Nitrous oxide cryogenic thing. You know what I'm saying? Darth Vader and them took him. Do you guys remember Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes? You know what I'm saying? They put Wesley Snipes in that prison with the cryo prison. So for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like Ripple been in cryo prison. It's been in crypto prison. It's had arrested development, not of any fault of its own, you know what I'm saying, because it's been targeted, right? So while everything else has matured and everything else has aged, Ripple for the most part is basically of an adult brain in a child's body because it was stopped from growing. Now all of the restrictions have been removed and now Ripple is allowed to grow. And now Ripple now here's the thing. All the other crypto have wear and tear because they've been pushing through and growing in a crypto antagonist environment. Shout out to DC Precise. What's good with you? Shout out to Cameron. What's good with you? Right? Yeah, frozen in carbonite. Facts, bro. But Ripple has been released in its state of suspended animation into a hyper friendly, welcoming crypto environment. Very different from what the other cryptocurrencies was born into. As a result, like I said from the beginning, until Ripple hyper matures, I don't see a foreseeable floor on Ripple. I did a little bit of conservative FOMO. I kept timing how often there would be 5% jumps. And I was like, I'm about to just buy some. Because at this point, the way that Ripple was growing, with my usual strategy, I risk missing out on big price jumps. Had I not gotten any Ripple yesterday, because I got some at the tail end of $2, I would have missed getting it at $2 and it's increased in price about an entire dollar. So I said, I got to update my strategy real quick for this particular situation, right? So I timed it to see how often and how much and what the average increase was. And it seemed like it was increasing like about 3%, like every half hour, it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a small amount and see if I get a loss. Every time I timed buying a small amount, I didn't get any loss. And still today, right now, from those that I bought yesterday, I haven't gotten a loss. So I'm glad that I updated my strategy and did that to capitalize on those gains. Because the way that it was looking, it's looking like by, like tomorrow, it could possibly be $4, which I know that sounds crazy, but at the rate that it's going, that's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's shout out to John Gillard. Yeah, it's wild, bro. And you're right, facts. Also, XRP has been making deals with everyone, including countries South Korea, Japan, SEC chair definitely leaving, and possible tax-free status. That's a big one because all of the other tax-free group, right, the MAGA cryptos, they all are doing real well too. And so we talked about the $1 million square, right? 1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000, right? Multiply that. You know what I'm saying? The surface area of that square is 1,000, right? What's 1,000 times 1,000? That's 1,000 squared, right? 1,000 times 1,000 squared equals a 1 million. So the $1 million square, like $1,000 of Ripple, $1,000 of H-bar, $1,000 of Cardano, $1,000 or 1,000 tokens. I'm sorry, 1,000 XRP tokens, 1,000 Algorand tokens, 1,000 Cardano tokens, 1,000 H-bar tokens. The $1 million square. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton about the FOMO. Right now, Vovo. You know what I'm saying? About to go on cryptocurrency and engage in some FOMO. Been used again, accused again. This time I'm buying some crypto with some of my usual friends. Oh man, who remember that song? Okay, what's up? Shut up, y'all remember that? Fomosaki, facts. Shout out to AB Promotions, Fomosaki. You know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump has a plan, and the little Trump, I don't know which one it is, has been talking about it all over the place. I think it's Eric. Is there one named Eric? I think it's Eric. To eliminate capital gains on U.S. cryptocurrency. Now, which cryptocurrencies are the U.S. cryptocurrencies? This sets up a situation that makes these things very friendly for investors. It'd be nice to not pay no capital gains on a lot of this stuff, right? I love Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? You know Trump saying that shit in that picture. I love Bitcoin. There's nothing says America like Bitcoin, mined in America by the great American countries like Clean Spark. You know? Shout out to John said that's Trina and Trick Daddy classic. Yeah, that song was lit. The video is so dope. That song was hard, man. Like that era of music was lit. You know what I'm saying? that era of music was lit. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says Donald Trump is reportedly considering a groundbreaking plan to eliminate capital gains taxed on U.S. issued cryptocurrencies. See that? Now, mind you, we need to look at the context. We need to look at the context of this article, right? This article is from November 14th of 2024. So this is old news. So this is nothing new, right? This is something that Trump said that he was going to do a while ago, right? And talks of it are being reiterated, right? And these talks of it are being reiterated by his son going on all these podcasts all over the place. All right. So when people talk about this, it's not a rumor. This is something that he said. It's speculation on an actual statement that he made. Now, if you can put your money into a asset where you're able to get tax protection on capital gains, my question is that going to incentivize people to put their money into this type of asset? If it is, give me a thumbs up. If it is not, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Earn. Earn said the filing deadline for the SEC's appeal briefs are one of the significant near-term pricing catalysts for XRP. I didn't know that. Shout out to you for bringing that to our attention. You know what I'm saying? And I would not disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John. John said, Rob, tell the dog to stop barking before you play that song and start eating. Right. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's a lot of exciting stuff going on with a lot of these things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of exciting stuff going on with a lot of these things. Donald Trump is reportedly considering a groundbreaking. Now, again, remember, I want to make sure everybody knows the context of this. This is a article that was published on November 14th of 2024. So this is something that Trump was throwing out there before he was president. As far as like any updates or confirmations on this, there haven't been any. I can't say that this is a definite, but what I'm saying is that there is speculation on Trump acting on these statements, and these statements are not a rumor. He actually made these statements. So just so that, you know what I'm saying, we got the context of what was being explained here, all right? If implemented, this could make profits from popular digital assets like Cardano, Algorand, Ripple, and HBAR. And again, like I said, this is the million. This is 1,000 to the fourth power, or 1,000 to the second power, right? The $1 million square, tax-free for American investors. Okay. Sources close to Trump's administration say that the proposal would require crypto issuing companies to be registered in the U.S. However, existing crypto businesses could relocate to the U.S. and take advantage of this new tax exemption. How many of these companies do you think could come to the United States? So not only is this an incentive, for tax-paying investors, right? This is also an incentive for some of these cryptocurrency companies to bring their business to the United States. And then Tether decided to go to El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? So, and Tether is doing good. Tether's a huge company. You know what I'm saying? So this probably go into some of what Earn was talking about right here. XRP versus SEC. Experts weigh in on Ripple lawsuit outcome after January 20th. This might be something that we might have to look at this in another stream. We'll look at another stream because Ripple's not the price action on Ripple not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I think Ripple's going to be lit for a while now. Making crypto a practical everyday currency. All right. This move could position the U.S. to compete with crypto-friendly countries like Dubai, making it a top blockchain hub. It also aligns with Trump's vision of turning the U.S. into the crypto capital of the world, a campaign promise aimed at increasing the country's appeal in the global digital asset market. Now, what does that translate to for early adopters and early cryptocurrency holders? If you hold cryptocurrency assets and Trump is successful at doing this, which I really don't see any barriers to him being successful, especially with the way that the election went down. What does that do for the prices of your cryptocurrency? What does that do for your wallet? What's that do for your cryptocurrency? What's that do for your wallet? It does beautiful things, doesn't it? Eliminating the 37% capital gains tax could attract more investors. as it would allow them to keep their profits tax-free. It would also be able to help you engineer, your tax penalty, right? Notably, Trump has raised a crucial point, suggesting that it's unfair to pay capital gains taxes on crypto used for everyday purchases like buying coffee or groceries. That would be like having to pay capital gains on dollars simply because they trade dollars in the foreign exchange market. You know what I'm saying? In the UK in particular, is readying its crypto regulatory framework to stay competitive, planning announcements on crypto regulations to counter Trump's crypto-friendly agenda. This developing competition for crypto dominance is likely to escalate as both the US and UK aim to attract and retain crypto businesses, shaping the future of the industry on a global scale. Not only are they going to be attracting, they're not just going to be competing for crypto businesses, they're going to be competing for people who are into crypto as well, early adopters. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Trump's proposal has already generated a buzz among investors and entrepreneurs. And shout out to Earn, you know what I'm saying? Like what Earn said as far as about that, the filing with the SEC. In addition to that, right? In addition to that, this buzz has played out in the market. We're seeing it. We're seeing it in real time. You know what I'm saying? If successful, it could position the U.S. as a global crypto hub, attracting significant investment from international markets. U.S.-based companies could also increase their investments in blockchain and crypto technology, spurring further innovation in the space. For everyday crypto holders, this proposal could signal the start of a new era, one where digital assets can be used as both a payment method and a store of value without the worry of capital gains taxes. And if you ask me, this is also one of the things, that's driving the positive speculation price action. You know what I'm saying? We got an article from Binance. All right, let's take a look at this article from Binance. Now, this is a more recent one, right? That one that we just read, that was from November of 2024. This here is from December of 2024. Crypto tax breaks. Eric Trump confirms XRP, ADA, Algo, and HBAR will be exempt. Okay. What do you guys think about that? To me, if you're an investor and you want to maximize your profits, you want to minimize your tax exposure, this might be a creative way to be able to minimize your tax exposure through a certain percentage of crypto holdings. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Earn. Earn says, I know people are excited about XRP, Bitcoin, but the most RO you will get will be in tokens. No one is paying attention to right now, most likely. Yeah, I agree. I would not disagree with that, bro. I wouldn't disagree with that. I've talked about some of these tokens that people ain't really paying attention. Well, honestly, even out of this list, right? Out of the tokens on this list, people are paying less attention to ADA, Algo, and HBAR than they are to XRP. XRP is all over the news all the time, and everybody just paying attention to XRP. A lot of people ain't really paying attention to ADA. ADA has been having some good price movement. Algo has some really good price movement the last 2 or 3 days, and HBAR been pretty consistent. But then there's other stuff that's going on. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug, like the AI agents that people aren't paying attention to. A lot of the DeFi tokens that people aren't paying attention to. I'm guilty of not paying enough attention to Chainlink. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good price movements out here that are not really getting the attention that they deserve. Matter of fact, Litecoin been kind of on a tear. You know what I'm saying? Not really too many people saying anything about Litecoin. You know what I'm saying? At the Bitcoin MENA conference, Eric Trump announced that U.S.-based cryptocurrencies XRP, ADA, Algo, and HBAR will be exempt from taxation under Trump's administration. This initiative aligns with Trump's broader vision to position the United States as a leading global hub for crypto amid discussions of a national Bitcoin reserve. Okay? Let me see something real quick. And we're gonna talk about that too. Yeah, shout out to Lloyd Scott. Now, how many people were aware that Litecoin did 20% today? If you guys were aware of that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys were not aware of that, then give me a thumbs down. Yeah, Litecoin did 20% today. Litecoin been on the tear. This initiative aligns with Trump's broader vision to position the United States as a leading global hub for crypto amid discussions of a national Bitcoin reserve. At the Bitcoin MENA 2024 conference in Abu Dhabi, Eric Trump, executive vice president of the Trump Organization, made a significant announcement. American-based cryptocurrencies will be exempt from taxes. So they're already working that value chain. They're using their positions of power, and they're working what they have available to them to be able to drive profits into these American crypto. This move affects U.S. issued cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Cardano, Algorand, Ripple, Stellar, and Hedera Hashgraph. This contrasts with Italy's recent decision to impose a 42% tax on Bitcoin capital gains. That's nasty work. That's monolith work right there. 42% tax on Bitcoin capital gains. Why? Shout out to my man DSB. What's good with it, bro? 42% tax gains on Bitcoin. Listen, man, if you got a significant holding of Bitcoin, that's enough to get somebody to move from Italy to the United States. Nobody about to sit there and pay 42% taxes on Bitcoin. Why would you do that? And you bought it after tax. You buy Bitcoin with your money that you earned after tax. And then they charge you that type of money. That's robbery. You know what I'm saying? That's extortion. According to a crypto investor and analyst, Sean, Trump's comments are part of a larger plan to transform the investment landscape for American citizens. If enacted, this policy would make U.S.-issued cryptocurrencies more appealing by making profits by holding them tax-free. So now I want you guys to see what's going on here. Do you see how the politics are utilized to bend the laws to make the business profitable? If you guys see that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to DSB. DSB says, get my blade clip ready, my warrior brother. You already know. I got you, bro. I got you on standby. I was about to say we locked and loaded, but you know what I'm saying? You know, Trump said that too. It ain't go well for him. So I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. As Donald Trump previously stated, he envisions the U.S. becoming the crypto capital of the world. He believes Bitcoin and similar assets should be treated like other forms of money, free from additional taxes. At the 2024 Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Trump proclaimed his vision for America to become the world's Bitcoin superpower. What do you guys think about the United States becoming the world's Bitcoin superpower? You know what I'm saying? Here's what I think about it. Whatever, man. Just get the damn Bitcoin to $1 million. Yeah, I hear you talking. Get that Bitcoin to $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Trump calls for disruptive cryptocurrencies, slams conventional banks. All right. Eric Trump spoke about the benefits of cryptocurrencies, highlighting their speed and accessibility compared to traditional banks. He criticized banks limiting operating hours, calling them slow as hell and outdated. In contrast, cryptocurrencies operate 24/7, eliminating time barriers and enabling fast transactions worldwide. Building on his point, Trump highlighted Bitcoin as a viable alternative to traditional investments like real estate, which often require high investments and face challenges like liquidity and physical damage. And you could possibly get a bad tenant, and you got to pay maintenance fees, and you got to do all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to do all this other stuff. Shout out to my man DSB. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure you guys show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for DSB for funding the organization and growing the organization. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Woo! DSB acting up. DSB dropped a Bitcoin. DSB super chat at 1 BTC. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man DSB. Forever grateful, bro. Definitely appreciate you. Please make sure you guys show DSB some big love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat. And sit back and relax, because we're going to be here a while, because DSB dropped a big super chat.
Again! I'm an old Mac from way back. One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Snowball, this about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is cough it up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit.
They're eating the dogs.
Yeah, he took with that, cause I heard they putting claws on felines. I'm mad, and my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they eat the cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating.
Silence. Silence. I ain't got no money, pa.
Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed form to Mum-Ra, the ever-living!
Never tell somebody to stop balling and trolling, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to DSB. DSB said, I am a bottomless pit. DSB out here with the super chats like Galvatron. You know what I'm saying? I've never gotten 2 $100 super chats in a row. Well, it pleases me to be the first. I'm dead. Shout out to you, bro. You know it's greatly appreciated. All right? Greatly appreciated. Make sure y'all show DSB some love.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
Simple Walter ain't claim to be the king, but he lied about everything, don't need a thing. Said he slept 1,000 women straight up lying. But when it comes to honesty, he's always trying. He posted I'm not spending the time on the ladies, but we all know he's just fronting like crazy. Said he's a music producer, but it's all fake. Just a mask he wears, and it's all a mistake. Simply Walter is where the lies, claiming things that he just never tries. What we see through is the signs, plain to see. Simply Walter, you can't fool me. Simping water, you can't fool me. Simping water, you can't fool me.
Look, hey, shout out to DSB for the 0.002 Bitcoin, right? Is that right? Somebody check my Bitcoin conversion rate. 0.002, right? 0.002, right? That's $200, right? Somebody check my math. That's 0.001 and then 0.001 again.
Bitch up!
Swing the remix gone!
I'll tell this bitch up! Tie this bitch up! I will! Tie this bitch up! I will! Tie this bitch up! I'll tell this bitch up!
Shout out to you, bro. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to John. John said, bro, imagine the super chats in 6 months. We are going to break YouTube. Bro, we about to be trolling with it. This is what I said. This is why everybody got to start their channel so we could all just troll. we can just make every comment a super chat just to make YouTube work harder. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DSB for funding the organization and growing the organization, bro. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys show DSB some huge love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for DSB, for funding the organization, and for growing the organization. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Yeah, so we got 200 Satoshis. You know what I'm saying? We got the 21 Satoshi salute. This be the realest shit I ever wrote. 21 Satoshi salute. Gary Gensler out here hating, think he live like me. You know what I'm saying? talking about he left the exchange, took 5 Bitcoin like me. You live in fantasies, clown. I reject your deposit. That's why Trump got elected, kicked your ass out the closet. You live in fantasies, you old clown. I reject your deposit. That's why Trump got elected, kicked your ass out the closet. I'm at home acting crazy, trying to log into my old Bitcoin faucets. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm scared them extra Bitcoins, I might have lost it. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Oh, man. That's hilarious, man. Biden at his farewell address looking flabby and shit, trying to play a hate on my shit. Trying to play a hate on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. That is hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Y'all know we gotta kick it, man. Y'all know we gotta kick it. we gotta have karaoke night. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have karaoke night with the dartboard in the pool table. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says Trump also emphasized the importance of Bitcoin's decentralized nature, which eliminates intermediaries like banks and lawyers, reducing costs and simplifying processes. This philosophy is already being implemented in the U.S. with the Bitcoin Act of 2024, mandating that all Bitcoin held by federal agencies be transferred to the Treasury to be held in a strategic Bitcoin reserve as per the CNF report. So this is interesting, and this is a little piece of information that I didn't know about this. What this is saying right here, as from what this statement is saying, this isn't even talking about spending. Now, I'm sure at some point they are going to spend taxpayer dollars, right? That's just a given. Yeah, look at Flat being sick is hilarious, bro. When I first heard that, I died laughing. I was like, man, Tupac wild, man. like Tupac wild. He the dude that like at the party have a glass, he'll have a drink in his hand and be dressed to the T, and he'll be the one that like run up and bust somebody in the head. Like Tupac wild. You know what I'm saying? Tupac dressed like he ready to go to church and be the first one to run up and bust somebody in their head. Oh man, that's crazy, man. But yeah, though, so the Bitcoin Act of 2024 mandates that Bitcoin held by federal agencies be transferred to the Treasury and to be held in a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So as of right now, for the first step of this, is not calling on quote unquote buying any Bitcoin. It's just saying all the federal agencies who might have or hold any Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying, turn it over to the United States. Look, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, I don't mess with Trump, but my Bitcoin love him. Facts. You know what I'm saying? if you pay like you wait and you can stay, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? Jadakiss? If you pay like you wait and you can stay, baby. So now here says the proposed policy has sparked widespread enthusiasm within the crypto community. A poll constructed by Sean saw an overwhelming response with over 14,000 votes cast. An astonishing 88% of participants voiced their support for the initiative. News of tax exemptions for these cryptocurrencies spread. Market analysts predict a potential surge in their prices. However, some experts are cautioning against market volatility, warning that investors' enthusiasm for tax breaks could lead to price fluctuations. I mean, like something simply being on the market could lead to price fluctuations. Here's a little known secret. Stable coins have price fluctuations. You know what I'm saying? Like stable coins actually have price fluctuations. You know what I'm saying? I bought some Tether yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And the price has fluctuated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's like maybe like 10 or 15 cents more in there than what I bought. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how many people heard about Coinbase relaunching this idea of quote unquote Bitcoin loans? Coinbase once allowed users to borrow up to $1 million by using 30% of their Bitcoin as collateral. Have you all heard about that? I remember that from way back in the day. Now, this is interesting. This is not something that I'm willing to do, right? But I'm interested to see where this goes. Coinbase relaunches Bitcoin loans. Can they succeed? I don't know if they can succeed. This is interesting, though. I'm sure that they could if done properly. Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise says that's what ended up blowing up that Celsius exchange. Look at all these derivative Pepe coins that's coming out. This one is called Pepito. Like, you can't make it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the entire world has become cartoonized. You know what I'm saying? Coinbase is giving Bitcoin-backed loans another shot. Their last attempt didn't go as planned. It ended in 2023, partly due to low demand and regulatory hurdles, but they've returned with a fresh approach powered by DeFi technology. This time, they're betting it'll be safer, smoother, and more appealing to everyday users. But will it succeed this time? Listen, shout out to it's time for a tale from the cryptocurrency. Gather around, kiddies. You guys remember Tales from the Crypto Keeper or Tales from the Crypt Keeper? Gather around, kiddies. Tonight's tale is about cryptocurrency. There was a cryptocurrency company a long time ago, and they offered premiums on holding people's Bitcoin for them. This was before the idea of staking. You know, stake. Well done. Bloody, what you drive through the heart of a vampire, stake. What ended up happening is some people were greedy, and they did what most people do. They didn't do any research, and they just gave away their Bitcoin. And everybody likes a magic trick, except for when your money just disappears. You guys remember that? I can't remember the name of the company, but I think the company's name was Bitfinex. How many people remember Bitfinex? Nah, it's not Bitfinex. What is the name of that company? What is the name of that company? It wasn't a crypto exchange. What's the name of that company? Somebody remind me what the name of that company was. It was a company that was orange. They had an orange symbol. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna look it up by using the AI. What was the name of the Bitcoin loan company that stole people's Bitcoin in, I want to say, 2017, 2018? What's the name of that company? Oh, what's the name of that company, man? Who hacked Bitfinex? What's the name of that company, y'all? Anybody know the name of that? BitMEX? Is it BitMEX? Shout out to DC Precise. Is it BitMEX? BitMEX. Nah, BitMEX is an exchange. Oh, man. I wonder if let me see. Hold on. Coin market cap. I wonder if the token is still on Coin market cap. I think the token is still live. I don't know where you can buy it from. Oh, what is the name of that company, man? It's going to drive me crazy. I just saw a video about that company on YouTube the other day, and I was like, damn, this take me back. What is the name of that company? BitTorrent, no. BitShoot, no. What the fuck is the name of that company? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy, man. It's gonna drive me crazy. It gotta be some BitConnect. That might be it. Let me see. BitConnect. Shout out to John Guillory. BitConnect scam. Let me see. They got the orange symbol. Let me see. Images, BitConnect. That's it. It's BitConnect. They had a whole actual pyramid scheme on this motherfucker. Look. and people was like, this is a good deal. Oh, shout out to John. John said he lost his money. Yo, listen. They was dirty, bro. Look. Look at this right here. Hold on. See, this right here, this is one of the reasons why I'm real weary of a lot of any of that kind of stuff. BitConnect. This is an actual pyramid scheme. Look at the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Let's see this. See, new school crypto people don't know about stuff like this. BitConnect scam explained. BitConnect closing the lending and exchanging program. Lending and exchange platform. See how old this is? January 18th of 2018. Right? On Tuesday, BitConnect announced closing its Bitcoin lending and exchange program following intense speculation that the crypto community was a Ponzi scheme. All right. Now, again, I don't know if it was a Ponzi scheme or not. I don't know. In its statement, the company insisted this wasn't the end for BitConnect, but its cryptocurrency had already dropped in value by more than 90% to a lowly $17.25 by Wednesday. For those invested in BitConnect coin, this is bad news. They were praying would never come. For the financial experts and BitConnect skeptics that predicted a crash, this is the inevitable sad ending to a story that should have probably never begun. So let's take a look at the rise and fall of the BitConnect scam and what crypto investors can learn from the industry's most controversial platform so far. Okay. How many people remember this? If you guys remember this, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't remember this, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, there was another one for Litecoin. It was called Sierra Hash. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I remember that logo. Damn. Yeah. Now, a lot of people fell for this, right? And then they kept turning around and saying that Bitcoin is a scam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John. John said it was not just them. There were many different ones. And they were the reason why I got out of crypto until I found blacklight and embraced villainy. Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And see, like this, I had heard of this. You know what I'm saying? A friend of mine had told me about this. And I was like, nah, I got to look into it a little bit more. And when I say I got to look into something, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually looking into it. I just really, I was like, nah, I'm cool on this. I'm cool on this. I'm cool on this. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Diggable Planets? I had to hit him up with, I'm cool on this. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on this. 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 I'm cool. I'm cool. I'd be so cool on this. I don't want no parts. I don't want my cryptocurrency to go. I don't want my cryptocurrency to go all the way down. Down like a ground. Down like a clown. Market on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be broke looking like a clown. I'm cool on this. 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 I'm cool. I'm cool. Man, what happened to Diggable Planets? What happened to when they used to make music like Diggable Planets, man? It's all garbage now, man. But anyway, so before we delve into the BitConnect story, let's just clarify a few key definitions. Yes, these terms will be well known for many of you, but we want to be 100% clear what we mean when we use the following terms in the article. Bitcoin, the first and best known decentralized cryptocurrency. BitConnect, a company that exchanges Bitcoin for its own BitConnect coin and provides a number of investment opportunities with cryptocurrency. So basically, listen, this was a crypto exchange, and the only thing that you could do is buy BitConnect coin for Bitcoin. Why you would buy BitConnect coin for Bitcoin first of all, is beyond me. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But that was their product, though. That's what they sold. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah. Doom, 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 doom. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DSB, yo. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure you guys show. Damn it. Make sure you guys show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for DSB. DSB said had to switch the phones. Other one needs a charge. My man got 2 phones. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Make sure y'all show DSB some love, man. He killing it. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Yeah, and I gotta agree. Shout out to AB Promotions. That's a red flag. You don't sell any other. So the idea is you can only buy their token with Bitcoin, and they don't have any other options to sell their token. Most exchanges have their own token. You know what I'm saying? Or what? Some exchanges had their own token. Binance, they had the BNB coin, still got the BNB coin. You know what I'm saying? KuCoin, I think they still got their own token. Pancake Swap got their own token. Uniswap got their own token. Crypto.com got their own token. A lot of people got their own token, but they got it where you can buy other cryptos. They don't have their own token, and that's the only crypto that you can buy. That's kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna buy BitConnect because you think the price of BitConnect is gonna rise against Bitcoin? Really? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Okay, that's not gonna happen. But all right. Bitcoin's own or BitConnect's own cryptocurrency, which can only be bought using Bitcoin or US dollars. So yeah, this is kind of that I need a check or money order type stuff. I need guaranteed funds. So I need Bitcoin or I need US dollar. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but you know, like when there's guaranteed funds transactions, unless like it's a business or a government agency doing it, that always strikes me as I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like if I'm buying something from a private seller and they like, yeah, I'm not opposed to cash. Like if you say, like let's do a cash transaction, okay, that's fine. But when you start saying weird stuff like I need a money order from the post office, or you know what I'm saying, like I need an official check, what you need that for? You want Interpol or something? Like what do you need that for? So it just, what I'm saying, like when certain kind of, what I'm saying, like certain, like when people want anonymous guaranteed funds, sometimes just proceed with caution. You know what I'm saying? A specific kind of, then they talk about a Ponzi scheme, a specific kind of investment scam where previous investors are paid off by the revenue made from the new ones, generally accompanied with unrealistic financial rewards. Right. And that's, I don't know if anybody's familiar with this type of fraud that they do at the bank that's called kiting, but that's similar to that. You know what I'm saying? BitConnect shutting down its lending exchange platform is not a confession of the company's business model, is indeed a Ponzi scheme, and we're not in a legal position to say it is either. Likewise, it hasn't denied the allegations or even acknowledged them beyond citing to assist and decease order, or citing two assist and decease orders in the United States as a reason for shutting down its lending and exchange platform. Before we go into further detail about the legal reaction to BitConnect's business conduct, let's explain how the company actually operates. All right. So my question for you guys is, how similar, we're going to go over this BitConnect thing. I think this is something that this will actually be good for a call-in show. So I'm going to just slide this to the side. This BitConnect thing, how similar is this to what Coinbase did and what Coinbase is doing as far as the quote unquote lending platform? Because if you ask me, I think that there should be a review, or there should be a reevaluation, and people, they should go back and check out a lot of these early cryptocurrency companies that got shut down, or a lot of early cryptocurrency companies that dealt with a lot of early on scrutiny, and evaluate if the scrutiny was actually legit. Because in some cases, I think that it might not be. You know what I'm saying? It might not be. Now, mind you, again, I still wouldn't do nothing like the, like the BitConnect type platform. I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, just because I wouldn't do it, that don't mean that it was actually legal or actually illegal. I just wouldn't do nothing like that. No matter if it was legal or not. I don't really trust people all like that. I'm not about to send nobody a bunch of Bitcoin and I expect them to give it back without any type of mechanism to make them give it back. Like I'm just not putting myself out there for that type of risk. It's risky enough already buying on the exchange in the limited amount of time that you got to keep stuff on the exchange. You're saying now they're talking about Solana could hit $265. That'd be nice. Coinbase once allowed users to borrow up to $1 million by using 30% of their Bitcoins as collateral. It sounded great, but the program didn't last long. By 2023, Coinbase had to shut it down. How was Coinbase able to shut their program down and BitConnect ended up getting sued and put out of business? Shout out to DSB. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. You're going to always be in a state of learning. That's what's good. DSB said, I'm still learning a lot about Bitcoin. My cousin be on it. Yo, you should tell your cousin to come check out the channel. You know what I'm saying? Tell your cousin to come chop it up with us. The exchange blamed a lack of demand, but there was a bigger issue. You see, the SEC had filed a complaint accusing the company of operating without proper registrations. This added legal pressure might have pushed them to end the program earlier than planned. The plan is back, but this time they've learned from those mistakes. And of course, also, they have a pro-crypto president. So they really don't have to worry about the SEC all on their back no more. Right? With the relaunch of a loan service, Coinbase isn't the only one lending you money directly. Instead, they've teamed up with Morpho. All right. So we should check out this Morpho. How many people have heard of this token called Morpho? Yeah, we should definitely check out Morpho, a decentralized finance protocol handling $3.7 billion in deposits. Morpho's system lets Coinbase keep control of the program while avoiding the unpredictable nature of decentralized autonomous organizations. Okay. This setup combines Coinbase's easy-to-use platform with advanced tech of DeFi. It's a clever way to make borrowing against Bitcoin less intimidating to users. According to Morpho's CEO, Paul Frambot, this partnership gives Coinbase more flexibility and security than most DeFi systems. Now, I think that the Bitcoin loaning, people doing the Bitcoin loaning, I think that that's going to be a business that does really well. Yeah, shout out to DC Precise. Yeah, yeah. Coinbase scrapped that to be able to go public. Facts. It was a, either stay stuck or, cut this part off and keep it pushing. They had to do what they did on Walking Dead. They had to do what they did to Herschel's leg. You know what I'm saying? You stay here and fix that leg, and cut that bad boy off and keep it pushing. Right? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to either cut that bad boy off or keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut it off. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Leave the shoe on it. Put it down right there. Oh, man. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, remove the R and you have my opinion. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna check this out though. And I'm gonna check this out. I can see this doing real well. Let's see. There it is right there. So they're going to offer some loans. Okay. But it's not for everyone yet. Residents of New York are excluded for now. We've heard about that. Shout out to, I think it's Black Free Thinker. You know what I'm saying? The New York nonsense and how they're so anti-crypto. Always making it so that New Yorkers cannot take first advantage of cryptocurrency opportunities. Can it win back trust? Crypto lending hasn't had the best track record. In 2022, the 2022 crypto crash wiped out billions when companies like Celsius and BlockFi went bankrupt. Those failures left people weary of lending platforms. Coinbase is clearly aiming to do things differently this time by blending traditional finance simplicity with the cutting-edge tech of DeFi. They're hoping to win back trust. Now, do you guys remember I said that one thing that we're going to see this year is the merging of TradFi with DeFi? There it is right there. There it is right there. Okay. Users will give it a chance. Will users give it a chance? Only time will tell. I don't know how I feel about that. Now, look at this. 80 million XRP moves to exchanges. Corrections incoming. Of course, corrections are incoming. People going to sell off their profits. You know what I'm saying? Ripple probably going to go back down to like, I don't know, maybe like $2.90. That's okay, though. Right? Because that's what you need in order to build up your accumulation, right? It's funny how they always write this kind of stuff like, quote unquote, in terms of quote unquote fear porn. You know what I'm saying? Fear porn only works if you're scared. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody over here is scared. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Of course, there's always more, right? There's always more. I'm gonna try to do a stream in the morning. All right, I'm going to try to do a stream in the morning at the usual time at like 9:55. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you guys want that to be a call-in? Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way said, Doge in the background barking. He sees the money coming. Facts. Facts. That's all the dogs. Bitcoin got them all on the leash. Shiba, Doge, you know what I'm saying? What is the Dajalon, Mars, you know what I'm saying? Bone, all of them, the whole pack of crypto dogs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says the anti-come up party was some of the worst locales for Black Americans. Facts, by design. You know what I'm saying? By design, and then turn around and tell you that they did something amazing for you. Yeah, you did something amazing for us. Nobody else is, you know what I'm saying, like created and engineered racial wealth gap that's that big and that wide and has sustained for that long, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? You know? So yeah, man, let me know if do y'all want a call-in stream tomorrow or no in the morning? If I do a stream in the morning, it's probably not going to be one in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? And then we have to, then I think then the day after that, that's when I'll be able to start doing the 2 and try to get the 2 out of the way. So let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section after the stream. #replay gang. All right. Shout out to the stream sponsors, man. Make sure you guys show the stream sponsors some love. Make sure you guys show the stream sponsors some big love. Please throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat. Big love for the stream sponsors. The stream sponsors help to make the streams possible. They help to have me have the ability to be able to get the information that I get when there's paywalls and stuff like that. And they also help, quote unquote, my crypto liquidity goals, which of course help me, right, with the returns and all that. But they help me do little experiments that I do as well. You know what I'm saying? And then once I do the experiments and test the experiments, you know what I'm saying, then I can come back with some empirical evidence and show my findings, which I try to do. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all show some love to Lloyd Sky 9. Shout out to Maine. Welcome back, Maine. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Guillory. Make sure y'all show John Guillory some love. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. Make sure y'all show AB Promotions some love. All right? Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Shout out to John Guillory. Again, make sure y'all show John some love on the again. Again! All right. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Appreciate you, Black Free Thinker. Mod Extraordinaire. Shout out to Mod Extraordinaire Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Shout out to DSB. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all show DSB some big love. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you, bro. DSB on the big again. You know what I'm saying? On the big, on the I'm the king of the world again.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
Again! The king of the world again.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
Again! Oh, man. Shout out to DSB, man. Again. Again! Yeah. Hey, what the Wu-Tang Clan say? Oh, again and again. Again! And shout out to my man, Lloyd Sky 9, man. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Lloyd Sky 9 some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Lloyd Sky 9 for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Time I did, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just an unfamiliar coordinates. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side boy, maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it. Run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you're right. Real all in my blood supply. Dig ball up top, finna make a play. I catch a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No cosigner, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, cosigner, no co-pilot. They pip-tiles, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.